everybody, it is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Who Wants to Spend the Night? And we'll have two people for each pile. So we'll be finding out who wants to spend the night with you, two people, and we'll be using Zodiac signs to come up with that. And we will be doing initials at the end of each pile as well too. So do stick around for that. And you can find the link for each pile's timestamp in the description box below. I'm going to go ahead and start with pile number one. Actually, before I start moving all the cards and everything, let me go through each pile. For pile number one, we have the Peace Mandala. If you're feeling this card for pile number one for peace, you'll choose that. For pile number two, we have the mandala for courage. If you're feeling the courage energy, you'll choose pile number two. And for pile number three, we have imagination, the mandala for imagination. If you're feeling that, you'll choose pile number three, okay? So go ahead and anchor into the energy and think about what you're feeling today. Is it peace, courage, or imagination? And we are going to go ahead and begin with pile number one. Okay, I'm going to ring the bell. Okay, pile number one, welcome to your reading. You chose the Peace Mandala, and today's reading is called Who Wants to Spend the Night with You? And we are going to have two people, person one and person two. So do stick around to hear both people, and we'll be using a zodiac sign. If you don't know the person's zodiac sign though, don't worry, because we are going to talk about their qualities so you can figure out who it is. And also to stick around to the end of the reading, as we will be doing initials to verify your reading, okay? So let's go ahead and jump into the reading and find out who is wanting to spend the night with pile. Look, Four of Swords on the bottom of the deck, the person sleeping over, Four of Swords. And the Four of Swords in the tarot, of course, is very much like a peace related type of energy. And, so calm, comforting, holding you, spending the night with you. Let's see who would like to have that experience, okay? And sometimes people sleep a lot better alone, right? And have much better peaceful sleep when they are alone. But if they really like someone, hey. So let's go ahead and start with person number one for pile number one. We have Leo. Wow, okay. Someone wanting to prove to you that they are very strong, very determined, and that they are number one. That they're coming out first in your reading. They're like, I am number one. Pick me first, okay? We've got the Nine of Swords here. Love the black cat in the picture. We've got the Death card. Wow. Okay, don't shut me down. All right. We have hurt. Oh, okay. We've got the One. This Leo energy is like, I'm hurt that you wouldn't choose me first, or you wouldn't pick me first, and I'm hurt that there is even someone else in this pile that you're even here for, okay? Because I'm the one, all right? I'm the one. Choose me, I am the one. We have here healthy space and alone time, okay? And this is somebody where you have, I feel like, again, a lot of times people need space to sleep alone, and they don't like having another person in bed with them. And I kind of feel like this is somebody that you either told them, I prefer to sleep alone, or you kind of brush them off. I feel like this person came to talk to you or see you, or was in your face or interested. And I feel like you were kind of ignoring them a little bit. And I feel like this person got a little bit hurt because they're like, okay, did I do something wrong, and I feel like you're like, no, I just wasn't in the mood to like talk, or I wasn't in the mood to, um, I was like reading, or I was sitting by myself, or I was like, I feel like some of you here like to take your time in the morning, or maybe you have like a morning routine of like reading and journaling and meditating, and you don't like to be disturbed, okay? And or you give off this energy that you don't like to be kind of like disturbed. And I feel like this Leo is trying to get your attention, and they're kind of hurt because I feel like maybe you, and it could just be like nerves, or it could just be like, it's a lot. I don't know if I really want someone spending the night at my place right now, or I don't really know if I want someone to get that close to me right now. I'm kind of taking some healthy space and alone time for myself right now. Okay, but this Leo is like hurt because they're like, I'm the one. All right, they're hurt because they're like, hey, like, you shouldn't like need time away from me. I'm the one. Okay. So that's funny. We have disruption. Okay. Yeah. And again, with the disruption energy, coming out right there. And yeah. Okay. We've got ghost, disruption, and ghost. All right. And this Leo's interesting because if they feel like they're bothering you, or they feel like they're interrupting you, they get energy from you that they're annoying you, or that you don't really want them to talk to you, then they will like fuck off, is what I feel, is what they're saying to me. They're like, if I feel you don't want you to talk to me or whatever, or if I feel rejected, like I will fuck off, like that type of energy. And they're saying, I feel mad because you kind of like ignored me or didn't really pay attention to me. And I feel like you guys are like, fine then, just leave. I mean, whatever, fine then. Okay. And, the thing is your mind could have been elsewhere, or you could have been feeling nervous about something with the Nine of Swords, or someone's mind could have been elsewhere. But I feel like they're saying, I could tell you weren't really into it, and therefore, death card, I was just going to leave because it didn't seem like you were like really that into it. It seemed like your mind was elsewhere. Nine of Swords, okay? And I mean, it is nerve-wracking sometimes having people spend the night. So I get it, pile number one. We have here, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. Oh my God, that is so funny. Okay, and I definitely feel like this is, and I'm also getting the energy. I feel like you guys are like, their pride, like, come on, but yeah, that's the double Leo energy in this section of your reading. And perhaps maybe you have Leo in your chart as well, pile number one, but it's like, I feel like people that let pride get in their way or get really agitated about stuff like that are annoying to you in a way. And I feel like you guys are kind of like, well, just leave me alone then. Like, I'm not, because I kind of feel like you guys are like, what? Like, just because I needed a couple minutes to myself doesn't mean that I didn't want to like talk to you. And if you're just going to let that get in the way, then fine. Like, whatever, like I'm kind of getting that whatever kind of energy. And this person is a person who does care about, like, they do have a lot of pride. They do care about how they look. They care about how their hair looks in the morning. They care about like looking good. They care about like being chosen. They want to be the one. Okay. And some of you here, maybe you have Aquarius in your chart, or your opposite sign to Leo, and you're like, yeah, these Leos, they're so sensitive. They get hurt about everything. I just needed some time to myself. Okay. And I feel like overarching, like, insane levels of pride are not very like attractive maybe to you, pile number one, when people act childish or immature, because they don't get their way. I feel like you guys kind of really don't like that. And I mean, most people don't, but I feel like you really don't like that. And you're like, fine, death card, if you want to like put an end to it because your feelings got hurt, fine. Okay. But this person still wants to spend the night. We have happiness. Okay. And, you know, don't let someone saying, okay, don't let your pride get in the way of something like happy or something that could be happy or fun or exciting. Okay. And I feel like this person does have like a lot of carefree energy, and they smile a lot when they're around you, and they, you know, like to be really lighthearted and joke around. But I also feel like they can be kind of silly at times too. And maybe it's kind of annoying, or they're kind of a lot. And so, yeah, that's what I'm seeing about this person, and that they like to be like, I'm also seeing a yellow canary, or someone that has a bird. And canaries are known for like singing. So maybe somebody here likes to sing or talk a lot. All right. And that can be a lot in the morning time when someone's more of a quiet person, or liking to read. All right. Or liking to kind of have their alone time, and the other person's being kind of like outgoing or outrageous. And it's like, oh man, please be quiet. Four of Swords. Okay. So I do see some of that energy coming through, but this is somebody who felt a little hurt because maybe they felt a little rejected by you, and definitely got a little bit hurt and let their pride get in the way. Okay, pile number one. So let's look at the next person. Aquarius energy. Yep, Leo and Aquarius. I was mentioning Aquarius earlier. We have the Lovers, okay? And we have the Ace of Swords. Ooh, kinky, progressive. I'm seeing like a kinky or progressive type of person. We have insomnia, someone who's always awake at night anyway and thinking about you. We have awakening, all right? And somebody here, I'm just getting an energy, now don't yell at me in the comments, pal number one, but I'm getting an energy of somebody who could be into like, with this Lovers card here with the three people on it, like somebody who's into like non-monogamy, or someone who's extremely progressive, and somebody who is like, oh, I didn't really think that you were my type, or that you would like me. But I also feel like with the Ace of Swords, someone is a very kinky, like has a very kinky mind, or has a very open mind to things, and has quite like a progressive attitude towards sex or love or different things, making choices in relationships. This is somebody who really like, they're like, let me fill your cup, okay? Let me fill your cup, and let me take care of you, and let me make you feel good, all right? And has like a very kinky kind of progressive mindset about, especially about sexuality, partnerships, relationships, getting it on, stuff like that, okay? We have cash flow and spend wisely, okay? And this could be somebody who's having a big awakening about their time or money, and spending their time or money appropriately and in wise ways. And maybe sometimes is worried about cash flow, money issues, time management issues, okay? This is someone who is like very chatty, but I feel like has a tendency to kind of get in their head a lot and overthink things. But I also feel like this is somebody who is very intelligent and likes to have like conversations or debates about social issues. They may talk about like the economy, or how people are spending too much money, or how they're like trying to hustle for that hot dollar, okay? You know, some people are really into like progressive attitudes, especially about income inequality and universal income, and have a lot of thoughts and ideas about that type of stuff. But what I'm seeing is somebody that has like an open, progressive, kinky type of mind, who's up late a lot and is thinking a lot about different issues in society, and is like awakening to like what's happening in society. Okay, so I am seeing that. And they're awake anyway, and they want someone to talk to, or come over and, you know, have a drink with me, or have tea with me, or let me make you something, let me make you a snack, or come over, or can I come over? I feel like they want to come over and like talk, because they're not sleeping anyway with this insomnia card. They're kind of like a night owl, and they do some of their best thinking or writing at night. This person may like to blog or write or podcast about, you know, social issues, stuff like that. Income inequalities, money inequalities in relationships, stuff like that. They're up anyway. I'm also seeing somebody with a nose ring here as well. And I feel like they do really like your juicy, like big lips pile number one. Like she looks like here, if you look at her, she's got like a cute pout or a cute mouth or kissable lips, okay? And I feel like this person is like super into that. And we have here, yeah, we have anger, and we have, this is a person who gets mad, especially about social issues or people not being treated fairly. They do get mad about stuff like that. And this is peace, right? And this is the pile of peace that shows peace. And it's like, chill, okay? Chill. It's like 3 a.m. Like, you know, you're going off about these issues or whatever, but it's like really late. And, you know, like I'm mad when I think about how things are not equal and fair, okay? Makes me really angry, makes me really upset, makes me want to, you know, like get the manager and tell the person, you know, like report it to the manager, right? Like that type of energy, like upset. I mean, and rightfully so about things that are happening. But I feel like you do bring like peace to this person, or being around you calms this person down. And that's why they want to come over, because it's like they just kind of like go crazy thinking. And this is a person you could have met when they were really upset about something, or they were really mad that someone wasn't being treated fairly. And they're not usually that upset about stuff. Usually they're more chill. But I also feel like this person really does want to spend time around you, because you are really chill and peaceful person, and not letting things bother you so much all the time. Yeah, you know, inequalities, unfairness, it does upset you, but I feel like perhaps like it doesn't keep you up at night, like maybe it does this person, okay? And we have the full moon in Gemini. The answers you need are coming. And the Lovers is a Gemini card, so perhaps somebody here has Gemini energy. And you know, being able to talk about things openly, especially one's kinks, or and I feel like somebody could have gotten upset or annoyed with someone because they were talking about polyamory, or talking about kink, or dating more than one person, okay? And the thing is that this person does want to talk about things. They hate it when people like shut them down when they're trying to get stuff off their chest or trying to talk, okay? And we have spirit guide energy, all right? And I feel like maybe you guys are saying, yeah, the last time I saw this person, they seemed upset or they seemed mad. And now talking to them again, they seem more like they put that issue to bed, and they're more focused on talking to me or getting to know me. But I also feel like you guys, it looks like her eyes are kind of like closing here. Like this person is trying to talk to you and get into like a really deep conversation about stuff in society and things like that, and you're almost falling asleep. Have you guys ever been around somebody like that where you are like nodding out and they're trying to like explain their thesis to you, their senior level thesis to you, and or you're like, or junior level thesis to you, and you're like nodding out and you're like, ugh, I'm getting tired, like my eyes are like closing, and they keep kind of like talking. And I feel like somebody is real tired in the morning, and the next day at work is kind of hard because the other person was up all night talking, and it's like, oh my gosh, like you're still talking. Oh God, I'm still really tired. So pile number 1, interesting characters you have around you, my friends, okay? And like, I can see why you kind of need peace and quiet around you, and maybe you really don't want so many people spending the night. And because the next day you wake up and you're like exhausted or tired, and you're like, God, they were talking all night long. Okay. And I do feel like this person really likes talking to you, and you really calm them down, and you are a really good listener, file number 1. Okay. But it's like, God, they keep talking about their cash flow ideas, their podcast, the income inequalities in society, you know, whatever. It's important stuff, but it's like, God, it's getting late, you know? So let's get some initials, file number 1. Oh, so funny. Okay. You are B. Okay. Bruh. Yep. B-R-U, brah. That's the brah with the Gen Z, right? Bro, they were up all night talking. They kept me up all night talking and talking. Or someone that says bruh a lot is showing up here. And, you know, you are B is like, you are a bitch maybe. And you guys are like, I don't want to be a bitch to this person, but God, I need my sleep. Or God, like, they're really keeping me up late. And your spirit guides are like, if this person doesn't let you get some sleep or leave you alone. And oh, ex run. Maybe some of you guys had an ex like that. And you're like, God, you know, they're talkative and they're angry and they need someone to listen to them. But I get so tired of it, you know. Ex run. We have the letter K. All right, the letter K. And you're like, oh, my ex was exactly like that. And my God, they just wouldn't shut up half the time, or they just were constantly having insomnia and they just kept talking and talking. And I thought I was going crazy. Pile number 1. Oh, my dears, my sweet dears. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, we have the letter, yeah, bra. There it is. There's the H, B-R-U-H, bro. Be quiet, right? We have C. I feel like the name Chris could be here. And we have the letter G. RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Yeah, some people have those t-shirts, like Ruth Bader Ginsburg t-shirts, like very progressive, very much like, you know, we have children here. X run and children, and HRC, Hillary Rodham Clinton. I mean, there's a lot of like political references in this reading, so perhaps somebody has like really strong thoughts on politics and they like to talk about it a lot here. And it's like, I feel like you guys are like, you know, I'm want to be involved in things too, but it's, this person is like a lot with their talking and stuff. We have Y, okay, and we have the letter I. Yeah, I feel like bitchy is kind of like showing up here. Also Chris, like the name, I was mentioning Chris earlier, but like a poorly spelled bitchy, B-I B-I-C-H-Y, like we're missing the T, but but I feel like you guys are like, I don't really want to be bitchy, but like I need my happy time. I need my happy space, okay? And so those are some of the initials that I am getting. And I think we have Guy, G-U-Y. Hi, Guy. Or somebody that's always like saying hi to you all the time, but you're being kind of like bitchy towards them or kind of like twice removed from them. I feel like that's more of the Leo energy side of things. It's not that you're being bitchy, you're just like, hey, I need my space. Like, don't be all up in my shit. And I totally get it. So pile number 1, those are the letters and reading that I'm getting for you. Let me know, how does that resonate for you? That's kind of funny. What a interesting reading, pile number 1. Peace being the major focus of your reading there. Okay. And all we're saying is give peace a chance, right? Leave pile number 1 alone in the morning. So thank you so much, pile number 1, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 2. Okay. Let's get organized here for pile number 2. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. You chose the Courage card, and today's reading is called Who Wants to Spend the Night? We're going to get 2 people that are 2 different zodiac signs, and then we'll do initials at the end of the reading, so do stick around for that. And try not to get too stuck on the zodiac part of it, because maybe you don't know their zodiac sign. I am going to describe qualities about that person, and we are going to go ahead and begin pile number 2. Okay, my lovelies? Page of Pentacles. Okay. Tentative. All right. And I feel like you guys are coming to this reading like, I think I know who this could be, Natalie, but I'm not sure. Let's check it out. Tentative energy, but hopeful energy. So let's go ahead for pile number 2. We've got Sagittarius. Okay, so a Sagittarius would like to spend the night with you. We have Justice card. Okay, there's some Libra energy. We've got the Fool. Okay, and we've got Yearning. Wow. And we've got Move On. That is so funny because I was already feeling like this is somebody that you could have already kind of put in a friend bucket or put in a like made a decision about already and been like, they're not really my type, or they're not really like, they're not really my type. And I feel like some of you kind of like moved on from this person. Because at the time, I also feel like something about the way they looked, you weren't attracted to or annoyed you in some way. And I feel like this could be somebody that you guys already slept with one time a while ago in like a moment of weakness, or somebody that at the time you thought might be like really fun, but you were kind of on the fence about, I feel like, with this Justice card here. And I do feel like with the Fool card, this person is wanting to like come back for seconds. And I don't think that they really got that you kind of like weren't into it, or that you weren't like feeling it. And I feel like they're definitely still like yearning for you, and they still want to like, you know, they're still attracted to your beautiful shapely mountains is what I'm seeing. Okay. They may have like, you know, describing someone's boobies as like beautiful shapely mountains. I mean, I kind of feel like this person's a little bit weird or a little bit different, and they may make weird faces while like getting it on is also what I'm seeing. And sometimes people can get the ick from stuff like that. And I do feel like this person is still like super, super attracted to you, and they love your body. If you can see here, like the legs, the torso, everything, they really love your body. Like it's on fire for them, pile number one. But I kind of feel like you guys are like, oh, but Natalie, yeah, we have marry me here. So they're already like, I feel like you've kind of moved on. Um, and they're wondering like, if could we have like a second shot at this, okay? And they're like, marry me, question mark, and you guys are like, oh gosh, I already kind of like moved on. We have flow here. This person is like very unaware of how like they just go with the flow in the moment. They live very moment to moment. They're very much in the flow. And I feel like they're more like instinctual, kind of just living in the moment. And I feel like you guys are maybe you're like picky or selective, or you're very like little things could bother you, or you're not necessarily, you're trying to be a lot more thoughtful about your relationships is what I'm seeing here. We have growth. All right. And maybe you're like, well, maybe I should give them like a second chance or something. Maybe I should like rethink this. Okay. And this person is saying like they really thought that because they saw a lot of growth in the connection with you, and they felt like your energies just like really flowed together really well. And they're still very much like yearning for your body, I feel like, and yearning for your presence. And this marry me card is interesting. So I do feel like they're like, this could really have grown. We have full moon in Libra. Yeah, this is where I talked about like weighing the decision. A win-win outcome is forecast. And I feel like this person is like pretty certain that if they were to kind of like come back, they could convince you, or they could get you like, get you to kind of come back or reconsider. But I also feel like you guys also like moved on, okay? And at the time, I feel like you gave this person like careful consideration, but they might have just been a little bit too weird or something you didn't like. And then you kind of moved on. We have good luck here. Yeah, this is the good luck cat. And this person, I feel like, thinks that they can win you back. They're a little delulu, I feel, pile number two, delusional, because I feel like they're like, no, there's still hope. I know you moved on. Okay, maybe this person jokingly joked with you, like, would you marry me? Or if I asked you, would you marry me? And you guys are like, oh my God, like, no. And I feel like this cat is like, good luck, oh, you think you're gonna like get me back, or you think that, this can go somewhere or flow somewhere, but I don't see it like that. Okay, good luck. I moved on, good luck. And this person is still like kind of stuck thinking about you, okay? And wondering if, there could be a do-over here with the Fool, wondering if they could change your mind, or if they did come back, then, what would you say, or what would you do? And they're like, I know if I came and like saw you again or something, or talked to you again, or reached out to you again, you'd still be like yearning for me. And maybe some of the things that this person would say to you sometimes would be cheesy, because I feel like they would kind of reach out to you again after the fact and like say different things like, oh, like, I know you want me, like that type of thing. And you guys are like, no, I don't. Okay. And I feel like you're like, no. And they're like, oh yeah, you think you can kind of get me back. Good luck with that. Okay. And this cat's wearing like a crown here. And it's like, no, you think like you can kind of like change my mind or get me to like reconsider, but no, I've moved on. Like, good luck with that, because I don't really like want you that way. Okay, so I do see this person, pile number one and or pile number two, and it's kind of interesting. And it's funny because I feel like this person, like, rejection, or they always remain hopeful. Rejection or something like that doesn't really like turn them away. I feel like they just they may be a little naive with the Fool here, or a little clueless sometimes, thinking like, oh, I'm just going to come back and you're just going to be sitting there still yearning for me and still wanting me and stuff like that. And no, I feel like at the time you're like, and here's what I feel. I feel you didn't feel the chemistry was totally there. I feel you guys felt like sexually it wasn't really a match, or maybe this person didn't really like know how to touch you the right way, or just whatever. You're like, yeah, I wasn't really yearning for you. I was more like bored at the time, and good luck with that is kind of what I feel. Okay, pile number two. So that's the first person coming through. I'm sure you know who it is. Let's look at the second person. Oh, it's Libra. Libra energy. Okay, so a Libra, someone who is a Libra popping through here. We have the Four of Swords. Okay, and we have the Six of Pentacles. Luscious energy. We have trust. Okay, we have not over. All right, and oh boy. Okay, and online dating. All right, so this is somebody you could have met through, or you found out was online dating, or you met through online dating. And the situation is definitely not over. Like, you know, there's the move on card here, but then I feel with this first person, you're like, no, thank you, Natalie. Now, this Libra energy is a little different, because I feel like you were really attracted to this person. They are very sexy. This is someone you could have met online. You know, trust, of course, is a major thing that takes a long time to develop. But I also feel like this person is kind of winking at you and saying, trust me, this is not over yet. And I do feel like this person like looks for you online, or tries to like see if you're in a relationship. And this is somebody who I do feel you were very attracted to them, like to the way they dress, to the way that they are. Like, you know, this person, yeah, definitely, and them to you as well, equal, right? Libra energy, equal, like we liked each other equally. We were both actually, like, we met online and we started talking, and we were both like really equally attracted to one another. And as far as like fitting together, I feel like, you know, the bodies and like fitting very well together, like their body with your body fits very well together. Seems like, although you may have had like bigger hands than this person, like sometimes like people have like really long fingers or like bigger hands is something that I'm seeing here. But I also feel like you and this person fit very well together. And this is a person with the Six of Pentacles who likes like lush, lavish, lingerie, smelling good, dipped in honey, you know, sucking on a person's finger, kissing for hours, like very kind of like luscious behavior. And like somebody who is like more put together than I would say the first person that we were looking at here. We have isolation. Okay, and we have intuition. Interesting. Okay, and you two, I feel like with this overlapping energy, have a really good sense for one another, I feel. And this isolation energy is telling me like somebody hasn't dated for a while, or somebody has kind of been on their own for a while and is now like looking for a partner and is doing some like online dating in order to find that. And I feel like, you know, they could sense that you would rather be alone than be with someone that doesn't totally match you. And I also feel like they could sense that you've been on your own for a while, or maybe you haven't dated for a while, and that perhaps it's hard for you to let people get close to you because trust is an issue, especially with online dating and stuff like that. And this person like intuitively sensing that it's hard for you to open up sometimes, or it's hard for you to feel completely like free to open up. But I feel like this person is saying, trust me, like this connection is not over. There's still like more for us here. And I do feel like this person kind of like understands where you're coming from, knowing it's hard to open up. We have the third quarter moon. Adjustments are required. Okay. And I do feel like this person would like to see more from you. See more like emotionally or physically, or have you open up to them more. And I also feel like this person thinks like watching is very sexy, or like watching somebody do stuff to themselves is like very sexy. Okay. And I mean, I do feel like this person has a very sexy body, or they take care of themselves, or they're like really, I do feel like the attraction is there. With Libra, like adjusting to one another or adjusting to the energy does need to kind of like happen, and like letting someone in after a period of kind of like being on your own or isolating. And we have manifestation here, and this is something you guys have been working on. I feel pile number 2 is making the adjustments needed to manifest something into your life that feels where you and this person are more on the same page and more like equals in a thing. Okay. And the 6 of Pentacles is definitely an energy of equals. It's an even number. 3 and 3 makes 6, right? And you know, the Page of Pentacles here is about being willing to kind of put in the work. And I did mention earlier, like an energy of being kind of tentative toward things. But I feel like this person could say, oh, it's like, you know, I was meant to meet you. Or it's like, I thought about meeting someone like you and there you appeared. Okay, it's that manifestation energy and being a willing and active participant in what you're creating in your life, okay? And I do feel like, you know, this person thinks that it was a little hard to get the conversation going with you, or it was a little hard to get the momentum going because it's a little hard for you to open up at times, but they can see that you're making adjustments, and it's bringing them closer, or wanting to bring them closer to you, okay? So pile number 2, this is what I am seeing for you guys. And courage was your mandala. And, you know, definitely having the courage to kind of get out there and meet and see people and talk and trust that things could go well for you, okay? So that is good. Let's get some initials, pile number 2 for you. Okay. Wow, we have children. Okay. So that could be an issue coming up, like somebody wants children or somebody has children. Okay. I also kind of feel like this pile number, or this person number 1 kind of is childish, and maybe you guys didn't like that attitude too much within them. We have an N and an M. We have an X run, okay? New Mexico, NM, okay? We have U, NMU, all right? New Mexico, Minnesota, all right? Let's see, what else? I'm also getting somebody who was like in college or went to school and maybe the other person didn't, and they're wanting to meet someone who has like similar credentials or is more of an equal, which is fine, you know? You men, you men, oh my gosh, right? And good luck, right? You men, good luck. I feel like you guys are saying that. I'm also getting the name Aaron here off the top of my head. And my men, interesting, okay? We also have yen, which is like the Japanese money. We have L, my lens, my lens. Okay, Lindsay could also be coming up here. Lyme, Lyme or Lyme disease. I hope nobody is dealing with that, but I am seeing like my Lyme, Lyme, okay? And we have yell, men yell, okay, you yell. I mean, I definitely feel you guys don't want to be around that type of energy, people yelling and stuff like that. That is like a little too much, a little too aggressive, okay? And mellow, melly, mel, that's too many, okay? And the letter A is popping up, y'all, somebody who says the word y'all. And mean, you mean, all right? And we have late, letter T, okay? We also have the Tate, and we have the word yeet, late, you're late, okay? Men later or men late or coming to something. Maybe this first person like showed up late all the time, or somebody showed up or you were late. I am seeing that, like being late to a date. All right, pile number 2, that is what I am getting for you, my friends. I hope that that reading resonated for you. And let me know in the comments, do you know who this person is? Did the initials resonate for you? Are you like, oh yeah, I know exactly who those 2 people are? Let me know in the comments. Pile number 2. Wishing you the very best, my loves, and take care. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the imagination card, and today's reading is called Who Wants to Spend the Night? Do stick around to the end of the reading, as we will be doing initials at the end of the reading to verify your reading. We're going to be going over 2 different people today, person 1 and person 2, and each person has a zodiac sign associated. Try not to get too stuck on that. If you don't know the person's zodiac sign, we're talking more about like the energy of the person, okay? So you guys chose the imagination pile number 3. We are going to go ahead and take a look at your person number 1. So Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck, curious. Let's get curious. Pile number 3. Let's see. For person number 1, we have a Gemini. Oh my God, of course. Let's get curious, okay? And we have the Hanged Man. We also have the Page of Swords. Okay, that's the Page of Swords twice popping up here. Someone who is very curious about you. And we have Thinking of You, okay? And then we have Still Pining. Okay, pile number 3. Sorry about that. We had a little brief interruption. But let me go ahead and keep going on your reading here. So that's interesting anyway. With the interruption, we have Gemini energy, the Hangman, Page of Swords, thinking of you and still pining. Oh boy. And let's see here. We've got access granted. Wow. Okay. This is somebody who is still really, really hoping that there is a connection here between you and them, okay? And with the Hangman energy, this is somebody that is really, really fantasizing about you and loves that booty, like bootylicious all the way, okay? And we have this cross-pollinate here, so somebody who really does want to mix and mingle with you and really is like has a super active fantasy life. I'm also getting somebody who is like an artist as well. Okay. Somebody who has an extremely active imagination and who is extremely curious and artistic, and who's really, really big on fantasy, and is like, this may be with this access granted. This may be somebody that you've already flirted with, you've already talked to, you've already exchanged like naughty texts with, or dirty talk. With the Page of Swords, we can definitely have like the dirty talk and that type of stuff, okay? But this is somebody who is like, oh yeah, you can have all of me. Like, I am thinking about you. I'm still pining. I'm 1000% curious about you. I still like very much want to talk to you and fantasize about you all the time is what I feel like this person is saying. Wow. We have comfort. Oh, that's nice. And we have fear. Wow. Okay. And it's like, don't be afraid. Like, I'm going to make you feel comfortable. I'm going to make you feel like at ease. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to give you a massage. I'm going to attend to you. And, getting really comfortable around somebody, getting comfortable around a new person can be a lot for people. And I feel like this person's like, I felt like super comfortable around you right away. And that's unusual for me. And it kind of scares me. But I felt like a really sense of like, I felt so like at ease around you. Like I could say anything, like do anything. But it also kind of like scares me, because when I feel like really comfortable around someone, it means like, it means I'm like getting attached, or also there's a fear of getting too comfortable maybe around somebody and like doing something embarrassing as well. So that can also come up, is what I am seeing here too. We have surrender to the divine, full moon. It's like, yeah, this is really nice. And I also feel like this person like really loves the way you smell, and like your perfume or your lotion or even just your pheromones. This person is very into them, okay? And it's like, I was scared to make a move at first, and normally I'm not scared to say something, but in the case with you, I was a little bit scared to tell you. But you know what? I'm just going to, and I also feel like this person telling you about a kink that they have, something about like oral or licking or pile number one. I'm not going to go too into it, obviously, but I do feel like they have like certain things that they like doing that are kind of kinky, and being afraid to like maybe say it or get comfortable enough to talk about it. And they're like, fuck it. I'm just going to surrender to the divine. I'm just going to surrender in this moment. And the Hangman is definitely like a card of surrender. I'm just going to let you be in control. I'm going to let you take control. You tell me what are your fantasies. And I'm just going to kind of like surrender, even though I'm scared, even though like it's going really fast, or this is how I feel in the moment. I'm just going to like surrender to it and let you know, because I Yeah. Normally, I feel like this person doesn't want to open up to people so much, or doesn't tell somebody like so many things about themselves. There could be like a vulnerability um that like in sharing that's coming up, but this person's like, I can't believe I told you so much, or I can't believe I shared so much with you, or I can't believe I told you about that. Like, I'm kind of embarrassed, but I felt really comfortable in the moment. And so, hey, okay. And we have boundaries here as well. And so, sometimes people get a little too close too soon, and then it's like, okay, did I cross a boundary? Did I like, and having strong boundaries is something that can be hard, like with the Hangman, because it does represent Neptune energy. Okay. And it's like, if I let someone in too soon, or I give them access to too much in my life, like, I really do need to pay attention to my boundaries. And perhaps some of you are working on boundaries right now, pile number 3. You love that feeling of like getting to know someone and being really comfortable with them and talking about a lot of stuff and kind of like spilling your guts to someone, and telling them like everything. But I also feel like you've had some bad experiences, maybe like with love bombing, or people getting too close to you too fast, or becoming too comfortable with you too soon. And because of that, you're not, like, you are exercising better boundaries. Like, you will give people access to know you or to get to know you, but you're not going to be like completely 1,000% open about everything. Because I feel some of you are kind of wanting to be in like your safe bubble because of fearful situation or things that happened in the past. Maybe people like love bombing or getting way too close way too soon, like that type of stuff. Okay. And like casting a protective circle around yourself and being very fierce about keeping your boundaries intact. Okay. And yeah, we definitely don't want people that like pressure us into doing stuff we're not ready or things like that. And this person does feel really comfortable around you. And I do feel like they want to just talk and tell you everything. But I also feel like that's maybe a little fearful for you guys, because it does remind you, of things in your past where you just opened up really fast, really quickly, access granted. Sure, you can know everything about me. Sure, I'll tell you everything. Sure, you can tell me. And it's kind of like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I feel like you guys have like a bubble of clarity kind of around you, and a circle of fire and protection that surrounds you, that stops you these days from like totally opening up to everything. Okay. So I am seeing that, pile number 3. We have Aries energy. Okay. For the second person, we're moving on to person number 2, and we've got Aries. We've got 7 of Wands. Okay. And we've got the King of Pentacles, okay? And then we have cold and letters. Wow, okay. All right, I feel like this is somebody who is very much like about, acting on the things that they want in their life, okay? And this could be somebody who's very affectionate, who's with the 7 of Wands, who is like gives massages. He looks like he's rubbing her back right there. Somebody who makes you feel really like I could sit on their lap, okay? Because I see her like sitting on his lap here. And this person's like really into the booty. They really love your body. I feel pile number 3. Again, something with the booty. You guys must have it going on with the hips and the booty and stuff like that, because it is popping. And this person is like, this person may be the head of a company or own several businesses. this person may be like very motivated or very physical or work out or play a type of sport, and has like very strong hands, has very like big arms, or is quite in shape is what I'm seeing here. Okay, and this person has like absolutely no problem being naked at all. Okay, and you may be a little bit shyer around this person, pile number 3. Okay, or maybe you were a little bit shyer and they have like no problem being naked. And we see like an emphasis on the hips or the booty here. Okay, but I feel like this person is, when they're interested in someone, they really lean in. Like they really lean in to hear what that person is saying. They really lean in to talk to that person. Like their whole body language changes. They really, really like, you can tell it's like they're fixing to pounce, pile number 3, okay? Or they're fixing to like they really lean in and they really listen, I feel like, if they're into someone. And maybe that's how you first picked up that they liked you, was like through body language, okay? And because they are very like expressive and interactive with this Aries energy. And I do feel like, again, this could be somebody who is very regimented with the King of Pentacles, or has a very tight schedule, or is very into like entrepreneurship, making money, somebody who has like a lot more energy than a lot of people, or, if they're older, maybe they have more energy than people like in their age group, okay? This is somebody who could have, I'm seeing curly hair or dark curly hair, and I'm also seeing facial hair for some here too. And this could be somebody who has like very strong hands or a very strong touch, and gives like amazing shoulder rubs or back rubs as well. And yeah, so this is somebody who's very confident in like acting when they feel curious or they feel very interested in someone. They actually really do lean into the conversation a lot. And this could also be somebody that like, initially was very, I'm also seeing something with the knee as well. Okay, so this could be somebody who, there could be somebody who has knee issues in the connection, because I am seeing something about the knee or the leg here. Okay, but I also feel like this situation, like very much talking to you, body language, leaning in, feeling very protective in this person's presence, like they're a warrior or they're really strong, and maybe King of Pentacles, very successful as well too, owns a company, has their own company, is building their own company, that type of thing. Very active in that way. But I also feel like with this cold letters, like the communication with this person could be kind of like, the last communication or the last time you guys talked, it was like a cold response or a very quick response. And it's like, okay, what is going on? And I feel like you guys are kind of questioning here, like, why are they acting like kind of cold towards me? Okay. We have shattered, chaos, and damaged. Okay. So this person has been through a lot. They have, they're a strong person. They have a lot of, physicality, a lot of it, like physically, they're a strong person. And they don't like to give up on things. 7 of Wands. They like to keep fighting for the things that they like or the things that they believe in. But something has happened. Okay. Somebody is extremely under a lot of pressure right now. Pile number 3. Okay. And that may be why the communication ran cold or ran dry. And it could have left you feeling very shattered as well too. Okay. And I feel like with the King of Pentacles, this person's normally very together, and very quick with the Seven of Wands to kind of claim who they want or claim their woman or their man or their person. Like they're very quick to kind of like, you're mine, you know? And when they like someone, like I said, they really lean into it, and you can tell from the body language and how they listen, and they're just like way curious and all of that. But I feel like things have been kind of cold lately. Yeah, energy. This person has like a lot of high energy. And when they see you, I feel like the energy is infectious, right? Like your energy makes them happy when your energy is up, and vice versa. And being around people who have a lot of energy and are very passionate and fun and driven is something that makes them very happy. And I feel like they have felt very happy in your energy. And like whenever they spend time with you, or whenever they see you, they leave with a big smile on their face, because they're like, they get so much positivity and so much upbeat energy. Like, you know, and I do feel like this person wants to be strong for you with the Seven of Wands. Like they want to show a side of themselves that is very strong and happy and upbeat and energetic. And they don't want to show you the side of themselves that is very like shattered and damaged and chaotic. And showing that part of themselves is very hard for them to do. Okay. And we have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. And maybe some of you here were like, geez, you know, I really like this person, or I really want to be around him, but it feels like, and it's kind of like they may always want to present this image of being like energy and happy all the time. And it may be very hard for them to show the side of themselves that is more vulnerable. And when they're not feeling like super energetic or happy or like strong, etc., they may pull back their energy, because they feel like, unless I'm being like really energetic and happy, like I'm not good enough, or I shouldn't be talking to you unless I'm feeling like, you know, I'm king and on top of the world type thing. Okay. And we have love here. And I feel like, you know, even in moments of weakness, you're the type of person that would remind this person, it doesn't matter how much money you have, or how physically strong you are, or how successful you are. You're good enough. Like all those things are just things about a person. Yes, it is attractive, you know, but at the same time, who you are as a person is what really defines you. And regardless of if you're having a good day or a bad day, I'm still going to love you anyway. Okay. And I feel like this person really does understand this about you, that you're not like judging them, or you're not a person who's going to look at them as being weak if something is going on. And I think that's why like it shatters them all the more to kind of like not be talking, or to be having like cold communication, because they know you're not a person to judge other people. And if they are going through something mentally, emotionally, you are a person that is there for other people. And you never want people to feel like they have to keep a fake front in front of you, you know, like they can be vulnerable. There's a lot in this reading about vulnerability and boundaries and being open, and being able to share what one is going through with the other person and talk about it. There's a lot of that going on in this particular reading, pile number 3. So perhaps that is an issue and that you guys are working through, or you've been working through with partners. Okay. You know, but I feel like this person is saying, when I'm doing better and I'm more confident in myself, you know, I'll come back to you, or I'll thank you for not giving up on me, or this type of thing. But I also feel like, you know, it's hard, because it's like, okay, why are you being cold to me? Or why are you, I would be here for you. I would help you. I would take care of you. You know, if you're sick, if you're hurt, full moon in Virgo, I would be there for you. I would take care of you. And not being able to do that feels like very shattering, chaos, damage, that type of stuff, okay? So I am seeing that, pile number 3, and let's go ahead and get, but again, it's who wants to spend the night. And, you know, this person is clearly showing up in your reading, as is, you know, person number 1. And yeah, I mean, if I described this person and this situation, then yeah, it's true, okay? But perhaps maybe you guys are like, yeah, I do give a lot of love. I do care deeply if people are not doing well, if they're hurt, if they're not feeling well, but I have to have my boundaries as well, because I can't, like, you know, if someone is being really cold and not, you know, reciprocating, I can't continue to keep giving and giving and giving love, you know. And that's understandable. Pile number 3, that's definitely understandable. So let's go ahead and get some initials. We have L, E, and then we have marriage. Wow. Okay. I mean, I definitely feel like this person is somebody, person number 2 is somebody that, yeah, you could, I do feel like person number 1 feels that they could have like some type of marriage with you. But I feel like it's more like person number 2 for you guys. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. We have L and E. We have F. Yeah, like left. There's the T. I was just going to say left. Like somebody left on a very cold note and it shattered someone else. Okay. So we do see that energy. We have Jupiter trying to bring in that energy of hope. Okay. Left J. Also, somebody could be left-handed. All right. And or think differently. And I especially feel this person number 1, somebody could be like an artist or left-handed or have a very like left-brained fantasy life about things, okay? We have W, letter W. We have U. We have G. Okay. And we have the letter M, gum. Left their gum on the table. Ew, who left their gum on that table? All right, but we have gum and left and the initials JW. And I'm going to get a couple more initials and then we will close the reading. Pile number 3, okay? And if you see your initials, their initials, if I mention something, we have Tums, Tums, okay? Tums, somebody having a tummy thing. Flute, Flute, flute. Maybe somebody played the flute growing up. We also have smut or reading dirty books or reading naughty things. I definitely feel like person number 1 has a very active imagination, so that could be very true. Muscles, we're missing the C, but like muscles is here, and I did mention that. Sue or Susan, suit. I'm also seeing the word sublet or subletting a property. So perhaps some of you are thinking about that or going through with that. I'm also seeing something about like Sufis or Sufism. Maybe some of you explore that or talk about that. Comes, C-U-M-S, comes. Let come and go, comes and left. Okay, anyway, wow. Wow. We have guess, G-U-E-S-S. Keep them guessing, pile number 3. That's all I can say is keep them guessing and keep being you, all right? So, pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you, my lovely people. I hope you have a gorgeous and beautiful day, and take care all.